So after the creation of all the spaces and all the respective floor plans and ceiling plan as per discipline and sub-disciplines, now what we can do, we have to first start with the electrical, and first discipline, our sub-discipline is lighting. So for the lighting purpose, so we have to place the lights in each space because we required illumination in those spaces. First thing is how much illumination that light will give in that specific space. We have to identify that thing. After the creation of space, what type of property that space will provide us, first we will check those. Let's say there is a space named as office 101. If you go and select that space, check the properties. This will specify the values, height, where is the upper limit, where is the limit of set. We will minimize this one. This is electrical lighting. In electrical lighting, you will find there is a parameter named as average estimated illumination, and that is 0 lux. Because in this space till now we haven't placed any light. If there is any light, then there is no any illumination. When we place the light in this space, so according to the parameters of that light, whatever illumination it will provide to this space, that will come up over here, average estimated illumination. Let's say we placed 2 lights or 3 lights, so all those number of lights, whatever total illumination will provide, that will come up over here, average estimated illumination. But the thing is, first we have to identify how much light, or we can say illumination, we required for this space. First we have to identify that, na? Like those, there are different type of spaces: storage area, office space, reception, corridor, lobby, restrooms, stairs, storage rooms, mechanical or electrical rooms. These types of spaces we have, kitchens and all. So every specific type of space have different requirement of illumination. Let's say for an example, we will go to browse and we will Google it, like how much illumination is recommended, how much lux is required. These type of questions you can ask. A lux of level of 200 is recommended for reading and studying. Or you can check for study space, this is the range. For office space, this is the range. For retail areas, for workshops, for hospital operation theater, for teachers and coordinators. That means we can say classroom we required, classroom, exam room, around 700 lux we required. These all are the thumb rules by which you can take the idea that how much light you required according to different type of spaces. Okay, now you can check different types of website. They will give you an idea recommended light levels. You have different types: lux level standards in industrial lux, standard lux level chart. These all are the different types of areas. You can check what type of space, how much lux we require. But this is not the actual way to calculate. When electrical designers design your spaces, they will use different type of softwares to calculate the lighting. Like you must have heard about a software named as Dalux. Okay, you can Google it. Dalux is a software used to calculate the lighting calculations. But again, we are saying we will learn about how we will model. We will here not learning about the design part. We are learning about the modeling part. Let's say take a example for the thumb rules. We can take some examples from here. We will specify all those according to those standards in our project. So let's say we from the electrical designer we receive the values of lux levels. So how we put those values in our model, that's the important thing we will learn. So there is no any parameter to put the value, because this is showing us after the placing of lights, but there is no any type of parameter here where we can specify the value that this much we required for office. So if there is no any parameter, that means for the current project we required a parameter in which we can specify, let's say, required lighting, or we can say required illumination, whatever we require. So first thing, we required a parameter in this project. Let's say we named it as required lighting. So how we can create the project parameter? First we have to learn about things. So if you want to create any project parameter, what you can do, you can go to manage tab. In manage tab you will find there is an option as project parameters. If you click on this project parameter, a window pop up, project parameters. In project parameters you will find this sub-discipline, it will come as a default. In that template it is already created, so that's why it's come automatically. Now after this we require to create a different parameter named as required lighting. So how you can create, there is an option of new parameter. You can click on this new parameter. Now above this you will find there are two types, project and shared. First we will learn about the project parameter. Project parameter and shared parameter, the basic difference is shared parameters you can share within multiple projects, but project parameter is only specific to a single project. So first we will learn about project parameter. What is the name? We required lighting. This is the parameter name. Which discipline it belongs? Electrical. What type of parameter you required? We required illuminance value. For what you are creating this? We are creating this parameter for the spaces, whatever spaces we create. So from the category part you have to select for which purpose you are creating this one. We are creating for the spaces. Define parameter, for which purpose, give it OK. It will create a parameter named as required lighting. Give it OK. Now our parameter have, but if you select this one, that parameter will not show up here. So for that, first we have to specify that for the office space we require this lighting, for the reception area, for the waiting area, for the storage area, all those things. So how we can go, you can directly go to view tab. In view tab you will find there is option of schedule. Click on schedule, you will find schedule and quantities. Click on this one. For which category we are creating? For the space. So we will select the spaces. In here we will use schedule keys. Our schedule key name is space style. That means what type of space is that? That is called space style. Give it OK.
What is that space style?
You will understand later on. So when you select this one, this will open up a window, but a parameter automatically came up, key name. We have to add our parameter whatever we created earlier, that is required lighting. So you will find your required lighting parameter, this one, and you will add from left to right, that means with this one. Key name and required lighting, these two things we required. Give it OK. It will open up a tabular format. In key name we will define the type of space we have, and required lighting we have to specify the requirement of the light for that specific space. So for that we have to add some rows in here. Let's say there is option insert data rows, so I will add some datas. Let's say first we will add as office space, then we will have some storage, then we will have some lobby or corridor space, then we will have, let's say, stairs, or we can say lift areas, then we have exam room or classroom, Then we have restrooms. Then we have any different type of room. Then we have, let's say, waiting area or reception. Then we have any electrical or mechanical room, office, reception, storage, office, washroom, exam classroom, kitchen we required. Okay, kitchen or conference or auditorium. Kitchen, conference or auditorium. These are the types of space we required, the required lighting for these spaces. So we will search and we will get the values. Like for the exam room or classroom we required, let's say, 700 lux. For electrical or mechanical room we required, let's say, 350 lux. We will take the input from there. For the conference or OD we required 450 lux. For kitchen we required 750 lux. For lobby or corridor we required 300 lux. For office space we required 500 lux. For restroom we required 250 lux. For any different room we required, let's say, 350 lux. For stairs or lift area we required according to the lobby or corridor, that is 300. For storage area we required only 200 lux. For waiting area or reception area we required 400 lux. Accordingly we have defined. From whatever we receive the input from the electrical designer, we will specify all those required lightings in here. After the specification of these values in here, again we will manage to go to schedule, again create the schedule. Now we received the required. Now if we can compare the required lighting, average estimated illumination, because average estimated illumination will provide us the value how much illumination we have placed. So we go to again spaces and we create this schedule named as lighting analysis. Give it OK. This will open up. After this we will go to in here and we will added some values like space number, name, on which level it is. We will add space style. Here you will understand what is space style. Then we required average estimated illumination, and we have already required lighting, or we can say required lighting is above and name is below. Accordingly you can arrange. Level is at the top, whatever you required. Now let's say we required a parameter which is showing us the difference between required and estimated, which is giving us the difference between, let's say we required 700 lux, we have placed 650 lux, so there is a requirement of 50 more lux. So that point will identify the value, so that we have don't able to calculate, like we don't have to calculate every time the difference between those required lighting and average estimated illumination. So for that, what you can do, you can go to the function parameter, you can create it as a difference, go to discipline, select it as electrical. In electrical, type is as a illuminance. So what difference you required? Difference we required as required lighting minus average estimated, and give it OK. So this difference will calculate the values, this minus this and all.
Just operation minus.
Only the minus sign. Give it OK. Everywhere average is 0 because we have not placed any light till now. Now what is space style? Space style is you can have to specify that 101 office, what type of space is this. We have identified now here. If you select, it will give you the required lighting automatically because you have identified in here according to the parameters. So according to all the space, you will have to select all the parameters for that specific value. Okay.
Okay, so this was the thing earlier you said, like Excel.
Exactly.
Using Excel we will do.
Family is not there, so we will generate simple room area. Now you required all the required lighting automatically came up over here, and there is no any average estimated, so this minus this automatically becomes the exact value.
Yes.
Now let's say you required 450 lux. You have placed 430 lux. There is a difference on 20 lux. So there may be how much plus minus you can adjust.
Okay,
let's say 50 lux above this value or lower this value, we can adjust easily, because while designing we will add as 10 to 20% extra values. For that you can adjust. So let's say if there is a requirement of 500 lux and we have placed here 470 460 lux, that means that will be safe, not an issue. But you have to every time you have to check now what is the difference is 50 or not. If difference is in between minus 50 or plus 50, then that is safe. If out, that means doesn't lie between minus 50 or 50, that means that is a issue we have to resolve. If there is a hundreds of spaces, so we have to check every time the difference value is it is lie between 50 or not. Okay, so that will take time. So for that also we will specify any type of condition in here. How? If you have created any schedule and you want to modify it, you in the properties tab you will find there is an edit option. You can come back.
Okay. Earlier if I didn't add difference, now I can add.
Now you can add. Okay. After this, whatever we have to specify a format. For what? For the difference. What condition you required, you can specify over here. We required that difference, if difference is not between minus 50 or plus 50 lux. 50 or minus 50 also excluded because there is no any equal to.
Okay.
In between values, minus 50 or 50, those are safe. Okay. Let's say if the difference value is not lie between these values, so it will got highlighted by any specific type of color. Let's say we are assigning this color. At current stage, no value lie, so everything become red.
Yes, sir.
Give it okay. This is the selection window actually. If you will click on over here, this is the selection window. Not got confused with the. If it is safe, it will become white according to this color. Okay, this is the selection. Anywhere you have to select now at a time. You can select over here. You can see all becomes red. Now
can I export this Excel for somewhere?
We will later on we will discuss. So this is the analysis part we have created. Now let's say come back to this 101 office. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Now the thing is, you can go to first one. At level 1 you have 101 office,
Yes, sir.
because all the spaces you have created on level 1.
One.
It is showing you
Yes, sir.
whatever you are concerned of. At every floor we have to create the
Yes, sir.
spaces, so according to the levels you can differentiate
Okay.
again. So let's say come back to floor plan. This is the floor plan. Let's say we don't require this one, we will open only this one. Now for the lighting part, lights we have to place on the ceiling, not on the floor.
Yes, sir.
This is your floor
Floor
plan.
plan.
So we will close this one also. We will open up the ceiling plan only. Ceiling plan is there, lighting analysis is there. So what you can do, you can minimize this, so can it will be maximizes. There are two tabs opened currently. So we will go to the view tab and we will change it to tile views,
Okay.
both at a time. Now you can come up on this one. This space is 101 office. How you can get to know? You can go to know from here also.
Okay.
Identity data. Okay, for this space we required values.
So why it is not showing the tags? Because we only did for floor plan.
Floor
so
plans. There is only tags. Everywhere if there is a tag, so how you are
Okay.
going to place the lights?
Yeah.
Above the light you will see the text and all. So that will be created only in a single place.
Okay.
Now 101 office, for this space we required some lights on this ceiling. So what you can do, you can go to the systems tab, because this is the MEP systems. In here you will find there is electrical option. In electrical you will find lighting fixtures. Shortcut is LF, lighting fixture. You can select this lighting fixtures from here. So you can click on this lighting fixture. It is asking for the work plane. Let's say I will cancel it. It will go back. So what you can do, you can click on this, select the name. We have ceiling plan for floor 1. First you can select this one, or you can select this, place on face. Face is this ceiling face. Now you have light properties over here. So according to the designer, whatever it is, it will recommend you. You can select the type of light. Or when you work with some your colleagues in ETA, so ETA will provide you the different lights, whatever they required to place in your project done by ETA. They will provide.
In here, if we use other things,
Exactly, they will provide you. So let's say we will going to use this 600 by 600, that means square light. You can come up on here, we will select place on face to place on the ceiling. So let's say we placed a light over here. When you place the light, it will automatically value added. So 151 lux, this
For
light
light.
will provide for this space. Let's say I put it another light here and another light over here. Now the thing is, how I will identify that two lights over here and one light over here? That's the only reason that there is a door. So this is, there is no too much space for the sitting purpose and all. But after this is the whole closed space. So we required maximum lighting over here, not here. So according to that part you have to think how much light you require. Now we have 454 lux. That means that red should disabled from this. That means we have done the office one. Then go to any other and place the lights. Then go to other, place the lights. There should be no any red option left. That means you have placed the lights according to your conditions, whatever you have. That's why it is called lighting analysis.
So
you have model also.
Average estimated illumination is
whatever the light you
fix
provide here, those lights will give the illumination to that space. That comes under average estimated illumination.
But this placing of lights, I have some. Can you explain 1 second, sir?
No, that depend on the experience. For every different type of space,
Yeah, so like
there
office
will
you are
be
told
changes.
okay.
There will be changes.
Okay.
Placed these lights according to the concept that there is a door,
Hmm.
so we will not provide sittings measure here.
Okay.
So we can use a single light for this area,
Hmm.
and we will provide two lights for this because there is a big space you can use
Nice.
for the sitting purpose and all. So we require maximum lighting here, so that's why provide two lights on this side and one light on this side.
But this logic will be on me only. I will have to choose.
Exactly. First, your background is mechanical,
Yes.
so according to your experience you have to more go too deep for the mechanical part, but you have the basic idea of other disciplines also to work in collaboration,
Hmm.
because BIM is all about collaboration.
Hmm.
Okay, that's why we give you these ideas for the electrical and all other disciplines also. Got it?
Okay.
So according to this concept only, you have to place the lights on the level 1. What you can do, either you can do that, you can take up a quarter part only. You can place all the lights for this quarter, then you can take up for this quarter and for the corridor parts and for this part. Then you will identify what type of problems you will face to manage those required lighting concepts. After that, we will again sit and discuss about the problems you will feel, because there is a problem comes definitely when you try these things.
Hmm. Because in staircase we want like some
Exactly.
walls.
What you can do first for the practice, you can take a screenshot of this. You can take the photo either with the phone. Take the photo of this so that you will remind what type of parameters you required. Second one is space style we have created. This one.
Yes.
Okay. These two schedules. Other things you already completed. You can go on with these things. Lighting analysis you can do. Oh, I have a lecture right now. After that lecture we will come back.
Okay, sir.
Okay.